Welcome to the check-in, y'all.
Welcome to the check-in.
Of course, we gotta tell you guys, we be cussing sometimes. So, you know what? Just mind your earballs and do what you gotta do. Go about your business.
And remember, we are not mental health professionals at all. Just two people that went to therapy and trying to figure life out. So, if you need a mental health professional,
what I do?
text 741. Text home.
Home?
Yes.
HOME?
HOME to that number. Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
Let's get into this content. You ain't never hit him?
Let's just leave that.
Crazy.
Let's just leave that.
The way that is, like, honestly, that's really how the comments would be.
Yep.
I would never touch Mr. Scruffleluff.
Oh, why? You know you could, though, right?
This is the intro.
Bruh. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the intro.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm out of soda, but I'm okay. How are you?
I'm out of a lot of things. A car is one of those.
Out of chances.
Wow. Out of luck. Okay.
Just out of things.
Just out of things. Happy Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy end of the year.
Happy end of the year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy not going to work.
Happy gay-ass Yuletide.
Okay, I don't know that one, but that's cool. I like it.
That's what they saying in the interwebs.
Okay, happy gay shit.
Happy gay shit.
Yep.
Happy Lulu.
Look at him. Just so happy. We're not going to talk about him. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we going to wrap up this year. This year was so motherfucking long.
It felt like
465 days.
Really? I was going to say 466.
Oh my goodness. A leap extra year.
That's how I felt. For real.
Well, what were some iconic moments of the year for you?
Wow.
Both personally and culturally.
Culturally, do you remember the cicadas?
Oh, yeah. I remember when we went to go get donuts during the cicadas? Because we won that Cloudy Donuts contest.
They fell on top of us.
I will never forget that family.
Who left that girl?
Cicada landed on their daughter, and they all backed away from her. And I was just like, y'all not going to help her?
A child. Like, nobody was like, oh, little Rebecca, shush. Like,
they
nothing.
Just backed away from her. I was like, she belongs to the streets now.
But yeah, no, the cicadas came. That was a big deal because 17 years ago, when I was in elementary school, I said to myself, so, you are never going to have to experience a cicada again in the 17 years. In the next 17 years when they come back, you're going to be in New York City. You're going to be in a penthouse. You're going to be a millionaire, basically. A mogul, you know? Who knows what that'll be, but you're going to be making it. And you ain't going to have to deal with this ghetto-ass shit ever again. And so when you fast forward 17 years to 2021, around the springtime, I was in Glen Burnie.
But let's look into that. Let's peel those little flaps back and look into it. Do you still want to have a penthouse in New York?
Absolutely. I would love a loft in New York, but I would probably like
New York City?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It would be property. And what I do with it, I don't know. I don't know if I would live there, but I would
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's up in the air.
Some things have changed.
That's up in the, like, I still kind of want to go.
Okay, but some things kind of have changed. You were very definite, and now you're kind of like,
I was disappointed
Allow
in myself.
yourself to grow.
Listen, I felt like I was shrinking. I was so ambitious, and like I had big dreams and ideas of.
We're old.
Right. But I am severely off track from where I thought I was going to be 17 years ago.
So am I. I was supposed to be married and have 3 kids by now, but look at me. Not married and with a cat.
When you are... Wait a minute. When you were a kid, you wanted that?
I was like, I am going to get married I'm going to get engaged at 19.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get married at 20.
Why?
I'm going to move into our first home by 23, which is also when I will start having children. And by 28, I will be finished having children. And I didn't really have a plan after that.
You thought this as a babe?
I told you I'm a planner.
Wait, but like elementary school.
I told you I'm a planner.
Wow.
She told you she's a planner.
So everybody was playing MASH and you was like,
I already know what I'm doing. I don't need to play this game. It's for children.
I already have a plan.
Yep. Don't need that to tell me shit.
Okay, so did the deviation make you upset, sad, content, neutral?
See, when I broke up with the young man that I thought I was gonna be married to and have children with, I realized that was a dumbass plan because I would be motherfucking miserable right now. So, you know, I've let that shit go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I no hard feelings about it. I think about it and I laugh because I'm just like, wow, I don't know what the fuck I was doing in them years.
What's crazy is I didn't even 27 marriage, like that wasn't like I wanted to be by myself. I knew I wanted to be by myself.
My mom had me at 28,
and I'm her last did too.
Kid. So it's just like, damn. When you think about where your parents were compared to what you're doing now, it's just kind of like, I mean, I got the leg on them because I got that motherfucking head.
Yeah, you did.
But that other family shit, I don't even like my family sometimes. Like, y'all niggas annoy me. Leave me alone. But yeah.
What about you? What was an impactful thing that happened to you this year?
A lot of good shit happened for me this year. I'm trying not to focus on the negative shit just because I don't want to walk into 2022 thinking about all the shit that I could have done and that went wrong. Just because it's not helpful. Like, the shit I already fucked up. All I can do is take that L and try not to make the same mistake again. But, you know, of course, there were some losses.
Yeah.
Lost some family members, relationships, jobs, just things that you thought you would have. Yeah. Money. But then, you know, gained a new relationship, new job, paid off some very long-term bills. A bill I've had for like 5 years is finally paid off. Got my eyes fixed. I've been wanting to do that since I was like blind. So since my conception. And you know, there's some
embryo.
Bro. I still remember my mom telling me like, you didn't like me all those years. It's probably because you couldn't see me. And I'm just like, yeah, it's real funny, Mom.
Why did you yuck your mom?
Because it wasn't funny. I ain't choose this life.
Oh my God.
I really feel like parents really need to take into consideration the genetics before they lay down with somebody and have children. Because if you are looking at somebody like, oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Oh my
maybe
God.
Figure out what's wrong with them genetically too and incorporate that into, you know, your children's life.
So that's actually something I should have brought up the last episode for current events. So there's a case where a girl is suing her parents.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, I was just like, yes, sis!
That's going to set a very weird precedent if she wins.
But it's just, she's suing, I think, her parents and the doctor that delivered her because they decided to proceed with the pregnancy despite getting all the warnings of how challenging her life would be. So I think it's hilarious that she was like, oh, y'all picked the wrong one. You wanted me in this world.
Y'all gonna regret it.
I'm going
to make sure
to make your life a living hell.
Just like mine is.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, that's
that shit was funny as hell. When I saw that, I was like, wow.
See, there's only one parent I think I could take to court and win. We're not gonna say no names. But I'm just not going to do that because it's not worth it. I would have a good time. I would laugh about it, but we just not going to, you know. Anyway, so lessons learned this year, sis. What did you learn? What did you put in your pocketbook to be like, I learned this so motherfucking good?
So I learned that I use the word conflate. I feel like I'm using it wrong. When you conflate one thing for the other.
Girl.
Is that wrong?
I don't even fucking know. I don't even know that word. You using bigger words.
I mean, sometimes the SAT words just kind of slip out. But,
conflate.
Yeah, I confuse my lessons for blessings And I
combine 2 or more text or ideas into one.
Oh shit.
This bitch over here, she's smart and she.
It's really just,
I conflate when I make a PB&J. I put 2 things into.
Damn, I really want a PB&J now.
See?
Conflate them.
See? Conflate. That's the word of the day. All right. So, yeah. My lessons and my blessings, I conflate the 2. When they really should be one in their own. Mm-hmm. I am so hyped about like good things that are happening mm-hmm. that if everything's good, like on the surface level, like every red flag, every fucking like discrepancy, like all that shit gets missed mm-hmm. because I'm just like, no, this is totally a blessing. This is amazing. Oh my, like my like last relationship, I was so convinced that it was divine timing. But that was definitely a lesson. Like the way it turned out, and like no regrets, but the way it ended up, I was just like, damn. I was really like confusing the 2 in that moment. But hindsight is 20/20. So
always
you don't really know that in the moment. But it has taught me that I need to work on my discernment and I need to just pay attention to the people that I let around me and my energy and my space mm-hmm. and how much they're giving back to me. Pumpkin King. How much they're pouring into me or giving back to me and figuring out what that means mm-hmm. to pour into myself. I don't know. I don't let people do it.
Yeah.
So that's been an ongoing thing that I need to, I think it's about time I figure that out. Coming up on 28, or I am 28 when this is released. Like, I definitely want to know.
What makes you cry? I want to know. I want to know.
Yes. Exactly. So I'm going to be on a journey to figure that stuff out.
That's beautiful.
What about you? What was a lesson that you learned?
Trust the process. Shit that's not for you is not going to work out. It's just not.
Yeah.
So I learned to stop taking that shit personally. Like, I still cry about it, whatever, because that's just who I am as a person. And really, you should not suppress your cries. If you got to cry in there, just let that bitch. Ew.
But don't force it out. You don't want to be looking like.
Don't shit yourself.
Yeah, don't shit yourself.
Burst a blood vessel. But yeah, that's what I learned. Like, when I think about the quote unquote mistakes that I've made or the things that didn't work out well or things that pissed me off, like, definitely my job was one of them because I really was trying to move from a job that was so like toxic in terms of work-life balance. Mm-hmm. I did not have that. I was taking my work on vacations and shit. Mm-hmm. So I jumped the boat to this new job and it was a significant raise. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, cool, this is it. And I really tried to make that shit work. And it was a terrible job for me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't work well with the people that were with me because mm-hmm. we didn't have the same styles of working.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't have that much work to do in general. Mm-hmm. And I'm not somebody who can just sit and collect a check.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to be that person, that's just not who I am. So
it wasn't healthy for you.
No, not at all. Especially when we're still in a panorama.
Yeah, we're still in a panorama.
So like a lot of people are still working from home. If you have like a corporate job or office, mm-hmm. Desk job, a lot of people are still working from home. So that shit was just really obnoxious for me. And I kept trying to make that shit work. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, why did I spend so much time and effort trying to make this thing work when it just clearly wasn't working for me? I knew by the time it hit January that I was not doing what I felt like I should have been doing. Mm. I was hitting, having personality differences with people very early on. I shouldn't have waited so long to cut the cord and go ahead and move on to something that was a better fit for me. Because right now, even though some people get on my nerves, I still like those people. Like, it's not a personality issue. It's really like a management issue.
Yeah.
But it's not so bad that I would leave the job.
Okay.
It's a small team. It's a small company. And it's really a better fit for me. I do have work to do. And it's a better work-life balance. So, and when I think about the shit that I lost versus the shit that I gained this year, it's just like, okay, if you're, you know, not religious or you don't listen to the universe or your inner voice or God or whatever the fuck it is you listen to, sure, take the chance. Do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Don't have any regrets. But when you start finding out that shit's not for you, like, listen to your own experience. Like, it's sometimes hard to figure that shit out in, you know, in the beginning to go like, oh, is this going to be good or not? I never fucking know. I just do it.
Yeah.
But you will find out if it's good for you. Just don't hold on to that shit when it's not.
Yeah, I also, like, this year was definitely a year where I was just like, we're all just figuring this shit out. Like, we have no control over this. We are all, like, we are imperfect. Like, I don't know. I feel like 2021 just humbled me.
I don't feel humble. I feel like I was, like, getting my shit together this year.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Like, I feel like this is my setup for a comeback. Because I'm feeling more like myself. Like, less depressy. I am going out a little bit more.
You are. I'm getting you out the house.
Like,
whoa.
I know, right?
So, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten over the worst, please God, knock on wood, of my 20s at least, that I can really just enjoy shit and coast and do what the fuck it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I feel very empowered in this point in my life where I'm just like, I really don't have to take shit. And I be taking shit just because I'm used to it. And I've always been in the mindset, like, I got to deal with this. I got to deal with this. I got to deal with this. Okay, suffer. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
No,
you don't.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to suffer in your relationships to get the love that you want. You got to suffer in your job to get the pay that you want. Like, you feel like you deserve some shit and you can back that shit up. Take it. It's yours. Grab it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like I'm coming more into my power these days. And I don't know, maybe it was because Jasmine Sullivan released a bomb-ass album this year. Had me wanting to just take niggas down. Like, yeah, I'm going to sit on it if I want to. Like, you know, it was good. Meg Thee Stallion, like, we just had a lot of, like, music.
Oh, yeah, for
Doja,
sure.
Like, we had a lot of
music was bomb this
lady
year.
artists.
Oh, yeah.
Drop some empowering shit. Yeah. And I was just like, why the fuck am I not doing this? Even the ones that be like hella nasty and shit. I'm just like,
yes. Okay. That extra confidence boost with the music was nice. So, I appreciated that. DJ Soul, since you got a mic.
DJ Soul.
What has your year been like? What are some lessons you learned?
I was sitting here thinking about that. What's some big lessons? I have two. Most recent lesson. Okay. So, remember that feeling you had when you were a freshman in high school, right?
Scared, yeah.
Scared, walking into the unknown.
Yeah, I thought somebody was going to push me in the locker.
Wow, that would be a real fear for you.
I was scared. I watched all them teen shows.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But they didn't. I was really likable, so.
I always was a big nigga, so you know.
Said was. You still are.
So... and you're a freshman like 4 times in your life. Shout out to the Need to Know podcast because they gave me this lesson. But that feeling that walking into the unknown is something that I feel like people should strive for. We should never always be a senior at what we're doing. We should never always be graduated.
Yeah.
Or we should graduate but go back to being a freshman in life in certain situations.
Yeah.
So recently I told y'all I, got a new job and I feel like a freshman in that environment, and it came at a perfect time because I was feeling stagnant in other areas, I never want to be stagnant. I always want to be moving forward and having that feeling of, wow, I don't know what's happening.
Some real shit right here.
This guy.
Oh, man. Keep his mic on.
I mean, he's saying that real shit to
shit. About to be Thomas's podcast with the check-in.
We just going to be in the back.
Y'all need to chill.
Smoking.
My other lesson for the year was just really value the time that you really have. And what I mean by that, every day we probably waste so many, hours, minutes, seconds on mundane, like just things that don't really need to be wasted on
TikTok.
And it's not really until you have that time stripped from you that you really know, wow, I could have been doing so much with that time. So if you got it, make sure you use it.
Yeah.
A word.
I should stop sleeping so much. It's like,
I was about to say, you love sleep.
I'm about to say, that's part of my personality.
And that's a good use of your time.
Yeah.
People be like, why are you sleeping so much?
Because you like to.
So why are you not sleeping? Bad things don't happen when you sleep.
Unless you, that's not even bad. I was going to say unless you die. That's really
bad for some people.
That's a peaceful way to die.
Yeah, that's a peaceful way to go out.
Yeah.
Jesus? Did I die? Oh my gosh. What happened to me? I blew up? Oh, that's crazy. Is the cat okay? Should they make it out? Oh, she here too? Fran! Fran! What's up? Sorry. None of my alarms in the house worked. But we made it to heaven.
They got me all the way down here, though. I gotta stay in the West Wing.
Oh, okay, girl. Okay, call me.
It's because of my allergies.
Can you call me? We got phones up here.
No.
Okay.
I'll telepathically call you, though.
Okay, girl. All right. I don't know how it works. Who got the tour?
Sure. Okay.
Where you at? Y'all youngins don't know nothing about that.
They really don't. There's a whole generation of people that experienced cicadas for the first time this year that know nothing about Boost Mobile Chirp.
Or how lit those commercials were.
Or Nextel Chirp. Actually, Motorola also had a chirp.
Yeah.
All the girls had a chirp. But now we have Siri and Bixby.
And I am the Pumpkin King.
I am the Pumpkin King. All right.
Well, I feel like this was a good wrap up. Louie, what did you learn?
Are we done? How are we on time?
Been 20 minutes.
It's only been 20 minutes.
Oh, you want to talk some more?
We can talk some less.
What?
Some less. A word.
We can talk some.
All right, guys. Talk some less next year.
Talk some less a lot. Because this year has been full of people talking.
Listen some more. Talk some less.
Talk some less. Listen some more. Ooh. I like that.
Okay, listen.
So when we release our calendar, that's going to be the month of December.
Talk some less, listen some more.
Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of spitfire on these topics, all right?
Yeah, gang.
Throw me some thoughts on Crumble.
Ridiculous.
Because some of these just happened and they happened a while ago.
Right.
Let's put thoughts on Jussie Smollett.
Oh,
Juicy Smollett. Oh, baby.
I saw his verdict come in.
I don't know. Is he facing jail time or?
I don't believe from the radio.
Okay.
Sources radio says he shouldn't be facing jail time. Just will be on probation.
But why did they waste the Chicago's money to prosecute this case?
And normally, I just want to put it out there. I do not believe Chicago PD ever.
Yeah.
But this case, I was just like, huh? He did what? They were what? What?
He said, I went to get a Subway sandwich at 2 a.m. in Chicago, and some racist MAGA peoples tried to lynch me, and then poured bleach that they had on hand on me.
Yeah.
It was the bleach for me. That was when I was like, people usually just don't have bleach around. Did they have a gallon, a jug of bleach? Did they have a little spray?
Like, what part of Chicago are you to be around Trump? Like,
that's a good point, too.
It just didn't make
Because I don't think there's a lot of places in Baltimore that I've been to that I feel like I would run into.
Even the white parts of Baltimore.
MAGA. Like, I just, no.
No. And
Not on the boulevard.
It just
not
doesn't.
On the Ebony.
You from Shreveport? Like, it really just doesn't make any sense. So I feel embarrassed for his family. Since he might not face any jail time, this too will pass and people will forget. And, you know, maybe he's very talented. I do like him acting. His singing voice is beautiful to me.
I wonder if he's like okay mentally.
I don't know.
And if he's not, I hope he gets the help that he needs.
I hope everybody gets the help that they need involved, because this was some fuck shit. And, you know, it made for great comedy material. Juicy Smollett will forever live in my brain.
I can't even look at his name without hearing Juicy.
You said your tell Juicy was the bleach.
Yeah.
Some people said their tell was Subway. Who goes to Subway at 3
a.m.? It was the Subway at 3 a.m.
Are they open at 3 a.m.?
There's a 24-hour Subway in Baltimore.
Why?
Okay.
But why?
What person wakes up is like, man, I gotta have me a motherfucking Subway
I need
sandwich.
a goddamn foot long.
$5.
Let's remember the hair on the head of Gorilla Glue Girl.
Oh yes, Miss Gorilla Tessica.
Like,
Tessica.
Cheska. I don't know what her name was. Gorilla Glue Girl. That's her name forever.
She did something silly. She dyed her hair and her hair was falling. I'm just like, baby, just shave it off.
You're not meant to have hair because you are not being responsible. You know how like on the alcohol they be like, use responsibly? That's her and hair. She needs to have it revoked.
Like if I see another TikTok of her destroying her head, ma'am.
I just like, I get that the product got to be glued exists and it's not, you know, it is hair glue. But I'm like, Gorilla Glue clearly says do not use like.
So I'm not familiar with glue to hair. Glue be gone. Got to be glue.
Yeah.
Got to be.
I'm pretty sure it's called got to be glued.
Okay, yeah. I'm not familiar with the process.
Well, and I've used it before. I've used it for my edges, and then I've used it for my wigs to keep my wigs, like especially if you have a lace front or something, you want to lay it down to the cords.
Okay.
But it's not real glue. Like it is glue, but it's like that shit comes off, and I ended up I stopped using it because it was breaking out my skin for my edges. So I was just like, this is not for me.
Yeah,
maybe like somebody else's skin can handle this one on me. So I stopped using it, but I'm just like, Gorilla Glue is super glue.
Why would you like? There's so many steps before you get to Gorilla Glue, like Elmer's clear glue, like.
And I think she said
Vaseline.
She didn't know that it was. And I was just like, how do you know?
Yeah.
But so there's got to be glued, and then there's Gorilla Snot. And Gorilla Snot is a gel.
For hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but Gorilla Glue is not.
It's not even in the hair section. So, like, I can't be in the hair section.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many other steps where you had to be like... There was definitely a voice in her head that said, this is probably not a good idea. But I think there was a louder voice in her head that was saying, this is going to go viral.
Gonna be fucking late.
Oh.
And they were. They were late forever.
I really just think, I walk up in that hair store all the time and I see the gorilla on the bottle. So, you know.
But that's Gorilla Snot.
It's like a gorilla on the bottle.
Gorilla Glue, she had to go to the glue section. Like, that's not in the hair area. That's like me going to get fucking... I don't know, bubble gum, and I come home with fucking asbestos. That's not in the same area.
It's true.
It's not. But you know what? I'm glad she got her hair saved at least once. And that black doctor who figured out how to save, her hair and get the glue out. Even though people were dragging him because apparently he's like a cheater or whatever the fuck. So I'm just like, it was a lot.
Speaking of cheaters, wasn't Derek Jackson 2021?
Yes.
I don't follow that man.
Twice if you're in trouble.
That shit was funny. Like, no. What was funny was the spoofs afterwards where it was women doing it, holding their man's hand. That shit was fun. Because that's how fucking ridiculous that looked like if you reverse roles and you holding your girl's hand and she's like, yeah, you know, I was taking dicks back to back every day, you know, but he was standing right beside me, my rock, my king. What? No, that's not normal. We shouldn't normalize that. We should not be okay with this. But that is how women...
He created his own pedestal and then he jumped from it. I was like, were you bored? Is that why you did what you did? Because you stay getting on niggas every day on your channel and talk about stuff. If you have a woman, you're not telling her every day that she's beautiful, you fucking up.
Yeah, that's why these relationship guru people, I'm just like...
Who is you?
But I will say, it's not even the gurus. It's your everyday Joe Blow schmoes that you know ain't shit. Giving relationship advice and is like, oh, you know, like, this happened to me twice. Jesus. I'm trying.
It's not, you can let it go. Let it go.
No, I'm committed.
Let it go.
We're going to get through this.
Those were super beautiful vocals. Speaking of beautiful vocals, see, you worked on transitions this year, but
you did. You had some good ones.
It was good, but you still need to work.
But you completely cut me off.
Yep, sure did. Go ahead, Thomas.
Because I'm watching this time and I'm trying. See, you cut yourself off, actually.
It was the hat.
But you could have threw that. You kept talking.
No, I'm committed.
I'm sorry. Would you like to make your point?
No, it don't matter no more.
Speaking of beautiful vocals, who was everyone's top of their, wrap up playlist?
Oh yeah, so
who have y'all listened to the most?
I was in my her bag this year. Heavy. So we made it come through, and back in my mind were my top 5 most played songs. I loved that album. It was just perfect. Start to finish.
My top artist again was Eric Bellinger, and I don't feel like I listened to him that
Interesting.
much.
Oh, my top artist is Kid Cudi, through and through, gang. I am true to this shit.
Not next to
even with that album?
Excuse. Oh my God. Wow, I saw red. Like, damn, that was a reaction that I just had. I'm so, excuse me. Yeah, that was a very good album production-wise, in my opinion. Lyrically, not my favorite album. It was a lot of like, kind of like upbeat, like, let's play this and get fucked up type music. But, my favorite album of his is, Man on the Moon 2. Gotcha. And that is, like, after he released his shit, that's his least favorite. Man on the Moon 2 and Speeding Bullet to Heaven. Because they were, like, really, really dark times in his life. So, right. But lyrically, I was just like, that was art. Speeding Bullet to Heaven, like, that shit was art. So yeah, that's my Cudi rant. Don't ever play me. Don't ever do that. You need to warn me before you do some shit like that.
I'm staring at her. I didn't do it on purpose, but then I realized I was like, well, I wouldn't do it on purpose.
Even with that album.
I mean, look, I'm not in much better of a place.
With Drake? You got some words to say? Certified Lover Boy?
It was my top listener artist for 35 hours was Drake. And then the next artist down, I think it was Cole. It was like 10 hours. You
have the music taste of a toxic man, but you are so nice.
That's why he lives vicariously through the toxicity he hears.
Like,
he gets it all out, and then he's like,
the
cool,
yin yang,
I'm pure.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to listen to some Erica Banks, some Lil' Kim.
Oh, yeah.
And some Meg Thee Stallion, get all that out so I can be the good Christian girl I am. Sorry.
And the beautiful little galaxy that you are.
Amen.
That took a turn. I'm just reacting to a lot of things being said.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was gonna say, when you were saying that, you give off Dom energy, so that makes sense.
Oh, but I'm not.
I know. The yin and the yang.
Pretend.
I mean, you don't really pretend.
I'm a dom in situations that I know I can be a dom in. I don't experiment.
You are an adult dom. Like, you're dominating adulting.
I'm dominant. A dominant.
You're dominant.
Adulting.
You're a domino adult.
Dominant adulting.
But yeah, yin and yang. You guys are interesting. Music. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks for that.
No, Spotify Wrapped was better than like all the award shows. I think they do a really good job with that. Like,
but PSA, fuck Spotify Wrapped for taking that from a black woman and not compensating her.
Oh shit, for real?
She was an intern, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Yeah, but intern came up with that. Didn't even pay her. No.
Did they hire her? Was there is there a change.org? Like, are we just angry and nobody's saying shit about that?
We're just kind of angry.
I'm actually surprised you haven't heard about that. You usually keep your ear to the ground with the music shit.
I probably did.
You might have swiped.
Yeah, maybe you forgot.
I might have. I got depression.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That is all my random, speed topics. I think the last topic I would just like to hear.
Yeah.
Is, we got to do the whole what's some goals we have for 2022 and what we're going to bring into that.
Money.
I got money.
Mm-hmm.
Money's big.
Yeah, I just want to chase my bag. Multiple streams of income is something that I wanted last year and I never achieved. And I'm actually ending the year with 3.
Let's go.
Potentially 4.
Let's go.
Yeah. And it's not even like I'm working harder. I'm not.
Right.
So.
That's when you know you're getting up into the high ranks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, because when I was younger, I was actually like, when I had 3 jobs, I was not sleeping.
Right.
I am going to sleep comfortably every day.
Like Lily right now?
Drool and all. Paw on ear.
It's bright in here. I'm trying to sleep.
Fucking humans and their fucking computers.
I don't really have any goals.
What? Not an area goal?
Go to the gym. Become the thick bitch that I'm meant to be.
She is.
You like it?
She is very motivated and disciplined right now.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
What about you?
Hitting the gym will also be a goal.
Boom, boom.
I want to 10 times my stock portfolio.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look at owning the first property.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Mr. Ruxton the Nerd would be something happened with the audio. It sounds different.
It's cool. It's still there.
Is it the white noise?
It is the white noise.
Ah, okay. I was like, what the fuck was that? All right,
congratulations on your ears working.
It's crazy because I don't listen, according to my supervisor. So no, I can't take it there.
No, you can do whatever you want.
You can. We support you.
Girl, do what you gotta do.
Oh, did I do that negative thing again?
No.
It's okay.
We just did see
It's okay. It's okay.
Smack me upside the head.
It's fine.
My goal is to strengthen my interpersonal relationships in my workplace environment.
Is it? Is it though?
No, go ahead and,
That's never been a goal of mine. I work with y'all. We are not friends. Let me make that clear.
What you mean?
What you mean?
We're not friends.
No, with the people she works with.
Oh, with the people.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, and it's a goal to grow the podcast.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
No, but really though, honestly, wholeheartedly, like the next season, we are going to be doing a lot, and it's going to appear as though we are growing, but we are assessing. So don't get excited.
Yeah, and we looking to actually bring y'all some shit.
Yeah.
We looking to bring y'all some shit. Just that's
Stay
vague.
tuned for the 31st.
But like be ready. Be ready.
Yeah, stay tuned for the 31st.
I need a drink.
So
all right. I think we're good.
Beautiful.
All right, so y'all, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us for another motherfucking year. It's been fucking groovy as shit.
Remember that life is like your third semester with COVID. Going into junior year. Go get him, Tiger. Have a good time. Good luck.
Nigga said they had to take a fourth shot.
Yeah.
So I said, nigga, no.
Yeah. Bruh, I saw that. I was like,
4.
Come on, man. 4? What the fuck? Is this going to be a yearly thing? Is this life now?
I've only had 1.
Bro, you had that limited edition.
I'm fine forever. I don't need shit.
You had that baby oil shot?
I'm a motherfucking mutant.
You had the baby oil shot?
Yup. Smooth as silk.
In your vein.
In my vein.
All right. Mine be modern, so I'm good.
Mine's is that...
Pafizzy?
That's it's the Pafizzy.
You got the
Hey,
Pafizzy?
so you gotta get 4 of them things eventually.
Bruh.
Ah, damn.
Bruh.
We gonna pray for you in your arm.
You
Wow,
want
we are
to
such an eclectic group of vaccinated people.
I am literally having nightmares about Bill Gates every night.
Windows 11.
My arm is magnetic now.
Windows patching.
Windows error. Okay, close this.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no.
All right, but yeah, you guys have a safe holiday. Y'all be safe. We will see you next year.
See you next year. Thank you for listening. All 3 people that are consistent with the listens. Keep listening some more because we're going to have some fun stuff next year.
Yeah, we love you.
Love you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, the bird.
You so phony. You're not even asleep.